What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jugg.
And I'm Son.
And welcome back to the Gentleman Juggcast. This is episode 50, the Wrestlemania extravaganza. I was trying to find some way to put Jug in there, but I didn't have it.
Nope.
Not off the top of my head. Are you kidding me? So we don't have a movie this week.
No.
Okay.
We have Wrestlemania.
That's what we got, and that's what we're gonna talk about is all of Wrestlemania. We watched night 1. We watched night 2. We watched it all. You got something to say, boy?
I watched it too.
Yeah. What did I just fucking say? What did I just fucking say? You're not even listening to the podcast that you were on?
I did. They're all really good.
You're an asshole. Complete asshole. Just a purple starfish with the little brown on it.
So I'm Starro.
You can call whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. You're an asshole. Rusty Sheriff's badge. The wagon wheel. I don't know what. I don't have any more.
The wagon wheel.
I don't have any more. Anyways, so moving right along, I think we need to talk about World Wrestling.
World Wrestling?
World Wrestling from WWE's WrestleMania 38. I enjoyed the hell out of this one, though. There was a couple, at least 2 matches that I just could not give a fuck about.
I was like, ew.
That's what you were like?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I got the list of the card here, boy, so let's take the people there.
Okay, so
right.
We'll start with the first match, the SmackDown Tag Team Champs match, which is the Usos versus Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura.
It was a good match until, Rick Boogs got hurt, and I find out that he is legitimately hurt.
Yeah.
Like, the way I understand the rumor, I'm not 100% certain, but the way I understand the rumor is that that the Usos were going to lose their belts tonight or that night.
That's what it seemed like.
That's what they were going to lose, and then Rick Boogs got hurt. I don't know who's at fault here. It doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is I hope he has a speedy recovery, gets back into the picture. He's not my guy. Not for me, but I don't want somebody whose dream it is to sit there and, wrestle and do their thing, not be able to have that dream realized. So, there you go.
So I guess Uso's going to get to be champ until he comes back.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, they're the longest reigning SmackDown champions so far, right? So, it's great. I like the match. I understand what happened. It sucks that it had to happen to him, but it did.
Well, I guess now it's on to the next one. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin.
I was fine with it. I didn't hate the match. Match was fine.
Yeah.
No big deal here. It was a good match.
Drew kicked out the end of days. The first person to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, like we knew that nobody kicked out of it yet, and if anybody was gonna do it, in my opinion, I'm glad it was Drew because it needed to be somebody strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it happened on WrestleMania. So there you go. If anybody was gonna do it, I'm okay with that.
I also didn't realize that ever since Corbin became Happy Corbin, he was undefeated until WrestleMania.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I thought he'd been beaten, but I guess not.
No, he's been on top of the world. But then again, you say undefeated. How many matches has he really had since becoming Happy?
I mean, he's maybe, I guess, this one. He's had this one.
For sure that you know of.
Yes.
Okay.
Other times he's just like sitting in the corner with his hat laughing at people.
Hey, I also like the ending part of the match as well, where Drew McIntyre got his sword and actually cut something for once.
Yeah, he tried to kill.
He tried, but
he missed as always.
I mean, I don't think he was trying to kill him because otherwise Mad Cat would have been dead.
Well, he's tried to kill people that serve before, and he always misses every time. He like always runs in there trying to swing at people, and he just misses every time. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess, just fine. This didn't bother me as much as it bothers you. you want Drew to kill somebody.
He's got to hit somebody with that. It's like you have a sword, you got to use it.
He is using it.
But like to hit somebody, like as a weapon, you can't just miss when you have a giant sword. You can't just miss.
So what? You want him to sit there and hit somebody and go to jail for murder? Because technically he's doing attempted murder every night.
Yeah, but
so every night he has that sword out and he swings it at somebody. That's attempted murder.
Yeah, it's fine though.
Yeah, it's fine because it's WWE. You can go to jail and get out the same night and nobody even explains how it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, whatever you want to say, it's fine.
I guess then he stabbed the ring. We got some fire. So I was like, oh, he's got Kane's powers.
I mean, I guess you could say that if you want to. I didn't really care. So, we move on to The Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios. I liked it. I don't like Jake Paul. I think he's a piece of shit. You can quote me on that. But, in this particular match, he did good.
You mean Logan Paul?
Did I say? I said Logan Paul, didn't I?
He said Jake Paul.
Oh, fine, whatever. Jake Paul. I did it again. Logan Paul. Look, he did good. I got nothing but good things to say about this dude. He freaking, he obviously cares enough about wrestling to where he took this shit seriously and he went out there and he performed. And I was assuming that they were going to lose, but then I remembered the laws of WWE. Celebrities don't lose.
So, of course, he won.
So he won.
And then The Miz betrayed him.
Yeah, and here's if you thought that what I just said about Logan Paul was shocking, I'm actually interested in seeing him take on The Miz. Who knew? I mean, he got me. I drank the Kool-Aid on Logan Paul, and he got me. He's actually pretty decent. Not as good as Bad Bunny in my opinion, as if you're having celebrities take this shit seriously. But hey, he was good. Mm-hmm. Better than me. He gets to fucking do it. I didn't get to do it, so
there's still time.
There's still, yeah. I guess I don't know.
if Gentleman Jug gets big enough, maybe.
I mean, I'm big enough. I'm just not. I don't have any wrestling training.
Oh well.
Like actual professional wrestling. There's plenty of backyard wrestling that I did when I was a kid. I did a lot of that shit. But I mean, I guess if you want to sit, I got enough training to do what CM Punk did. Okay. But I mean, that's about it. That's all I got. So let's see here. Then we got Seth Rollins versus the mysterious guest.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, that's what WWE calls him. I'm just gonna call him Seth. So
I'm just gonna call him freaking.
Freaking. Yeah. Look, I think that we all kind of had a conclusion that when we learned that Cody Rhodes was going to leave AEW, that he was going to come to WWE, and we just didn't know when. And I know that there were plenty of rumors, people who were guessing correctly, like us, that it was going to be Cody Rhodes, but I was still on the fence for a few of the other ones. I was like, maybe The Fiend is coming back. I saw a Twitter report that The Fiend was in Dallas.
And then I was like, maybe it's Goldberg. Why not?
I know. I was not happy about that. I was not happy about that. If he would have showed up, I would have turned the fucking thing off. I would have turned it right the fuck off.
You're like, you disrespecting legends, Seth.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. He did what he did. And so I'm glad Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, came out. They even, I believe that's his music from AEW, so I guess that's how we know that, Jeff Hardy can also have his music on AEW.
because Cody Rhodes can have his music from AEW on WWE.
It just makes me feel that, that like AEW is like a subdivision of WWE.
It really does. It's like it feels like the other NXT.
Yeah. And maybe it is that. I'm pretty sure it isn't. But
Maybe they're secretly working together as the same company.
who knows? Who knows? But whatever the case may be, I enjoyed this match. I actually wasn't enjoying it in the beginning. I was like, this is not doing what it needs to for me. And then the match got really good. Then it got really good really fast, and it was great. And I enjoyed the shit out of it. And Seth Rollins comes out, and he's great. Cody Rhodes comes out, he's great. The match is great. I liked the match a lot.
I liked it.
It was great. Then we got Becky Lynch, big time Bex, versus Bianca Belair. Yeah, this is a good match too.
I mean, we kind of guessed that Bianca would win.
Yeah, but here's the deal. I didn't think that this match was going to be that good. I've said it before. I feel like Bianca Belair is better when she's chasing a title versus having it. I'm not going to change that stance, but this match here, she came out and they tore the fucking house down. In my opinion, I thought they did great. It's just another great match. And remember, I wasn't excited for any of these fucking WrestleMania matches. I wasn't excited for a single one. And so far, they've been great.
It was a real surprise, and I was like, I'm glad.
I'm glad I watched this. I'm glad I paid Peacock, which, holy shit, Peacock. They stepped up their game from last year. Last year I was gonna freaking just unsubscribe. I wanted to throw it right in the trash.
Because last year it was just like skipping forward, skipping backwards, super slow, laggy, loading, and then black screen, and then just all kinds of stuff.
It killed me. And then freaking, this year it was crystal clear. It was great. It was so great. I loved it.
I'm like, better not get to WrestleMania Backlash, and all of a sudden it's just
ass. But Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair was great. I loved it.
So I guess now that Bianca's champion, she has a chance to show us if she's better as a champion or is chasing it again.
I don't know. We'll find out. She has it now, and I'm happy. So, there that is. Next, we have Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. I gotta say no. All right, and look, the women tried to freaking bust their ass on that one, and Ronda Rousey, for me, just kept fucking it up. It felt like she was rushing. So, like, rushing to sit there and be good and be ahead of time, but the way that she was rushing made her look clumsy. And it just didn't work for me. I mean, the match was not really that great to me.
Yeah.
I feel that, she needs more training. And that Charlotte Flair probably should have had a different opponent.
Maybe Sasha Banks?
Probably anybody else who was more deserving than I think Ronda Rousey was. The ending was fine. I don't mind seeing her get kicked in the face because it was a good shot to the face. It looked real. It probably was as real as possible. But the match just didn't work for me. They had the opportunity and it just didn't work.
So yeah, it's like the formula. If the one good guy has to win, then the bad guy has to win immediately after.
Well, yeah, that's usually how it goes in WWE. Unless you're the champions, the Universal and WWE champion.
Yeah.
So
then you just play by your own rules.
Pretty much, but they were unifying the belts, but that's different. We're not there yet. Mm-hmm. And then the last match of that night was Kevin Owens with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I did not know it was going to be a match. I figured they were going to fight, because everybody was always already talking about it. Look. Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't come here to just chat. I was like, he's probably gonna sit there and run his mouth and talk a lot of shit to Kevin Owens, and then he's gonna give a couple of Stone Cold Stunners, and then drink a few beers, and then he'd be out. That's
But
what I thought.
no.
And this particular night, I got to see Stone Cold Steve Austin's last live match with you,
Yeah.
because you never saw a live match with Stone Cold Steve Austin,
No.
and this was the first.
Yep.
And what'd you think?
I liked it actually.
I was shocked how much I liked it.
I was like, when I saw them do the match, I'm like, I don't think this is gonna be great, guys.
No, I didn't think this was going to be great either.
It was actually pretty good.
I had a lot of fun. I'm watching Stone Cold Steve Austin take a lot of bumps on concrete at 58, I think he is.
I was like, oh wow.
This was great. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought it was good. And then I was shocked at how shocked you were about how many beers Stone Cold Steve Austin drinks.
He's like drinking like 50 of them.
22, actually. That's the actual count that has been set by many different people who, for whatever reason, wanted to count how many he drank. I never counted whenever I watched it, when I was watching it with my brother or my friends, how many he would drink at a time. But here, somebody counted 22. So he drank 22. And it was good. It was good. I liked it a lot. So, and that was the end of night one. What did you think about night one?
I liked it actually. It was a surprise. I think the only thing I didn't really like was maybe Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, but the rest of it I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, I had no problem with this really at all. And when we come back, we'll see how night 2 went.
If it can follow up.
Yeah, right? I didn't like what I was doing before with and I didn't really like that at all. It was just a placeholder, and I don't know what to do next.
I mean, my placeholder still works.
What is your placeholder?
When it's ready.
Well, no, that's the ending.
Oh.
That's the ending, not a placeholder. Oh, well, the moment's passed. Right? So, we'll just go on to the next one. Night 2. I don't remember what it kicked off with, but I'm going to kick off with the Women's Tag Team Champion.
I know what it kicked off with.
What did it kick off with?
It was the RK Bro, the Street Profits, and the
Alpha Academy.
Yeah, Alpha Academy.
Yeah, but I'm going to talk about the Women's Tag Team Championships because I just think that this was disgraceful. I like really all the women that were there. And a part of my problem is that with this particular tag team champion, WWE does not take it seriously. All the women in that ring were very talented. Every single one of them. Very talented. But WWE just does not give two shits in a Dixie cup about the women's tag team champion. And I know this because after Sasha Banks and Bayley lost the titles, I completely forgot almost every time who was the champion.
They cared when they were champion, but after they lost it,
it faded into obscurity where I have to sit there and think, and I shouldn't have to think.
I mean, it's basically the 24/7 title at this point.
I don't even care about that at all. Why didn't that make an appearance at Wrestlemania? You know, whatever. Doesn't matter. Probably the same reason. Yeah, the other two champions, like U.S. and Intercontinental, didn't make it.
So are they saying that those titles are on the 24/7 level?
They don't matter. They don't matter. That's what they say. That's what they're saying to me. They don't matter.
Like, we care more about the women's tag titles, and we don't even care about those.
Yeah, well, it just felt like I thought it was going to be like a three-way tornado tag type situation where three women are in, and, you know, they can tag each other in and out. And I was like, okay, this will be kind of cool. But then somewhere in the middle of the match, that stopped.
There was no one tagging. They just ran in. I even lost track of who's supposed to be legal.
Who's supposed to be in the ring? I don't know. I didn't like it. You know, y'all can have that. That was awful. Awful.
The one thing that this match gave us was Sasha Banks' first win at WrestleMania.
I don't think it was her first win, boy.
I think it was.
Well, you can think that. That's an opinion. I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure she won the tag team championship at WrestleMania.
I thought that was Elimination Chamber.
We're at an impasse, boy. Okay? Think what you want. I'll think what I want. I don't think that was her first win, but if you say it was, or I think that was her. I don't think that was her first win, but if you say it was her first win, fine, whatever. Don't care. This match is fine. Don't care. I really don't. You know. Anyways, next match, we got Johnny Knoxville. We got Sami Zayn. I didn't hate this match.
It was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, didn't hate it at all. Actually pretty good.
Sami Zayn got beat up by like 7 people.
Yeah, which I think that he would have to have a problem with. I got beat up by like 7 people. I got freaking power slammed by Wee Man. Okay? I got hit with a giant mouse trap. You know,
And a giant hand.
it's just as goofy as it sounds, and it should be just as goofy, and I liked it. I had fun with it because sometimes wrestling can be goofy, and I'm okay with it. It's far superior to bra and panties matches or pillow fights or whatever the hell WWE was doing in the Attitude Era. You know, that, little baby Jugg was all excited about. But hey, of course the celebrities were going to win, right?
Yes.
Of course they were going to freaking,
That's the rule.
that's the rule. That's what happens. Okay? But then we go on to the New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. It's a no from me, dog.
It got cut from night 1, and then it was here in night 2, and I'm like,
I understand why I got cut from night 1 because Stone Cold Steve Austin was here.
yeah.
Makes sense. Sucks. I don't want people to miss out on money. But this match, it annoyed me.
Yeah.
Butch, I'm sure he's great. I don't know too much about him. But him constantly sitting there interfering in this match just was pissing me off. Him jumping in, acting like a rabid dog. And I get that's supposed to be his character. I get it. I do. But fuck that.
I just think it's funny how Sheamus got distracted and he still won.
There was distractions all around, and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't deal. It's a no from me. I didn't like this match.
New Day lost.
New Day definitely lost, and we as the fans lost. I can say it with a straight face. Anyways, moving right along, we do have the Raw Tag Team Champs. They walked in as champs and they walked out as champs. I'm talking about RK Bro, and they were taking on the Street Profits and Alpha Academy. And this was a good match.
It was better than I thought it would be.
I thought it was going to be another bowl of shit, but it was not. It was pretty good. So
It just makes the women's tag titles match look worse.
because they made it work. They made it work. But I will say this, I also lost track of who was tagged in at one point in time too. So,
Yeah.
there that is. But hey, that match ended and it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And I'm happy about that.
I also like that RKO from Riddle.
Yeah, well, Riddle, I'm slowly getting more used to him. He's not my guy. He just isn't. I like Randy, and I'm waiting for the day when Riddle turns on Randy, and it's not gonna happen while they're still champions.
I don't know. Riddle's like he's not like, obviously he's not like my main guy, but he's like someone like in the middle where like I see him and I'm like, yeah, I like him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with him. I think he's fine. I've never been a fan of people who are barefoot wrestling.
Well, he's supposed to be stoned.
I guess, but I mean, he's supposed to be stoned, but they don't ever play on that. They just say, they say it, and that's what it is, I guess.
The only time they played on it was that one time he was on a ladder and he's like, I'm really high right now.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But oh well, the match was fine. I didn't hate this match. I actually enjoyed it.
I know this like means nothing, but I'm like, where's the scooter at?
He had it. He rode the scooter down to the ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did that. Um,
Or is Randy's scooter?
he's not wearing. He's not gonna have a scooter. He said that before. I'm not riding that fucking thing down to the ring. I'm not doing that. Are you kidding me? Anyways, we got Bobby Lashley versus Omos.
Or as AJ Styles says, Omaz.
Omos. Yeah. He does say Omos, doesn't he? I think he just heard it wrong and he just said it wrong and then he just never wanted to correct it. People were like, it's Omos. And he's like,
It's Omos.
I'm saying Omos. Fuck you guys. Okay. Bobby Lashley came out and, I think he's turning face again because of this. Because Omos was definitely heel here. And Bobby Lashley, he put on a decent match with Omos, and he did exactly what he needed to do, which was topple that giant. And Omos is going to freaking continue going to WWE, and he's going to continue, ragdolling wrestlers, unknowns and knowns, but Bobby Lashley gets to sit there and say, I'm the guy who beat his undefeated streak.
Yeah.
It was me. I didn't hate this match. I actually thought it was pretty good.
I saw this match as like, we're just trying to make Bobby look strong so he can fight the new champion.
Yeah, whoever that might be. If you're listening to this after this point, you probably already know.
Yeah.
Okay. In any case, Edge versus AJ Styles, speaking of which.
This match had everything going for it.
I was looking forward to this match somewhat.
I was like, I may not have liked the story. The story was just, Edge attacked me, now I'm going to beat him up.
That's usually how they all are, though, right?
Yeah.
Or you got something I want and I'm going to get it.
I was kind of thinking like this was going to be pretty good.
The match itself, in terms of people saying it is good, it is good. Okay? But for some reason, I don't know what it was, I was bored.
Yeah.
Like these two guys are busting ass. I just didn't feel it. And the crowd also seemed like it just didn't feel it.
I don't know why, but whenever something like this happens, it just feels like just weird.
It feels awkward. It feels like wrestling in the Performance Center with nobody in it, and there's no, nobody in the Performance Center but those two wrestlers.
It just feels awkward when you like watch a match where no one's really just saying anything. They're just
like when Edge fought Randy Orton at WrestleMania 2 years ago, and it was just two men going, that shit, and that's all it was, It just felt like that, like so awkward. These guys are great, and I loved the match that they tried to put on, but it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't piss people off, but then again, I hope it does piss people off. It just didn't work for me.
I'm like, you guys, I'm pretty sure they're not done fighting, so I'm sure the second match will be better.
Especially seeing as how, what's it called? Damian Priest, the Damien, as you like to call him.
The Damien.
I don't know how it was a distraction finished.
He just stood there.
He didn't do anything.
And AJ's like, oh, you're distracting me now.
Yeah, I don't know if you can call that a distraction finish. He was distracted, yes, but it's not like Damien came out of nowhere and freaking did something. He just stood there.
He just stood there being the Damien.
I don't know where the fuck he came from.
He just came out of nowhere, but he's standing there.
The way the camera showed it, he was just standing there. But, he had to get there somehow. Did he leap over a barricade? Did he walk down the ramp? I don't know. I would have liked to have seen that, but it doesn't matter. I don't really care.
I guess him and Edge are forming a team or something.
I guess.
Something. I don't know.
I don't hate the players in this game, but I didn't like the match. And that's just how it is. I don't know what else to say. But the next match I did like. That was Pat McAfee with Austin versus Austin Theory.
You know what's funny is that I didn't really think it was gonna be good, but I got more into this than I thought I would be. I was kind of more into this than all the other matches here. And I'm like, why am I so into this one?
You know why? Because when Austin Theory came out, I think he came out with Vince McMahon, right?
Mm-hmm.
He came out and he did his thing, and it's fine. But then Pat McAfee, his music starts, and that I know the song. I can't think of the artist off the top of my head, but song was incredible, and it was a great choice for this dude. And the crowd got way into it.
And it got me into it.
I mean, like that's the thing. You know, the crowd got into it, and I got hyped, and I was like, this is a good match. I like this match, and they did their thing. You know, Austin Theory was like the professional, but once again, I mean, Pat McAfee's the guest, so of course, you know, he had to win. Now he got thrown around a bit. He actually did an amazing jump to the top rope on one leap.
I saw that. I was like, all right.
This guy could have been a contender. He could have been a wrestler, you know, and I dug it. I dug it a lot. I was surprised at how much I dug it. This match was great.
It's like Pat McAfee's song though really got you into it though.
It really got people into it, and they were singing it. The crowd was singing it the entire time. It was great. You know, I loved it. And that's what I like when I see a crowd, and that's the perfect song choice for Pat McAfee when he came out. And then he won, and then you know, Vince McMahon got involved, and you know,
he's like, let's fight.
He I said it during the match. He looks like a Ninja Turtle with no shell. That's what he looked like. Look, he still has veins in his muscles and stuff like that, but he's like 79 or something.
Yeah.
You know, he's old as fuck.
So we saw Stone Cold's last match, so I guess this was Vince McMahon's last match.
I guess, and what I thought was going to be Vince McMahon's last stunner, or Stone Cold Steve Austin's last stunner, I mean. And it was an awkward stunner, and I guess that's probably why it was funny to me, because it was just awkward as hell. He couldn't handle being kicked in the stomach, and he like passed out like he was in a car crash.
So I'm like, Pat McAfee, if you wanted to beat him, you should have kicked him in the stomach.
Yeah.
He could have gotten him.
Instead of sitting there fighting Vince McMahon this entire time. Vince McMahon just sat there and freaking just ragdolled him for a bit. And I'm like, really? And the commentary just kept saying, you know, oh, you know, he just got through being in a match with Austin Theory. I'm like, that's not an excuse.
I'm like, bro.
All right, this dude's a former NFL athlete. I mean, I know he was a kicker, but kickers can do hits too.
He just can't handle the power of Vince McMahon.
He couldn't handle the power, the sheer power coming from a man like Vince McMahon.
But Stone Cold could.
Yeah, Stone Cold came out and just gave him a stunner, and that was about it.
And then he gave Austin Theory a stunner, and Austin Theory flew.
Yeah, you know, and then he gave Pat McAfee a stunner. And look, it's all good. I guess Pat McAfee's got the last stunner.
Yeah.
Currently.
It's funny is that while they were drinking beer, Pat McAfee's just on the floor trying to drink with something while he's down.
Well, yeah, but that's just to play up for laughs. That didn't bother me. I was fine with that. But I thought that they had Stone Cold Steve Austin come out to sit there and do all this stuff just so that they could have time to clean the arena, or not the arena, the ring for the main event, which is, if you don't know, it is Edward the Brock Lesnar versus the head of the table Roman Reigns. I mean, when you see Brock Lesnar on the card and you know he's gonna fight somebody, what do you expect?
I expect a finisher fest.
It's big hits. That's all. That's what you expect.
It's just finisher after finisher after finisher after finisher.
Yeah.
And then them getting knocked out for just a second, only for them to get back up and do some more finishers.
Yeah. That's what I expect. I want to sit there and play the game on God mode, and that's basically what this was. You know. And it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it. I didn't.
I was kind of here for really Roman Reigns' entrance, his Wrestlemania entrance with the new song.
I mean, I like entrances. You know me, I'm a sucker for entrances. So, you know, this was a great match to have, and this was a great match to witness. And watching Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar was a good time for me. But I mean, let's be honest. Did anybody here, like we've been saying it this entire time since they announced this, did anybody here believe that Roman Reigns was not going to walk out with the belts?
No. No one believed it.
Okay.
Everyone was like, he's going to win.
Yeah, everyone knew that Roman Reigns is going to walk out with both belts. It wasn't even a surprise. Watching the match the whole time, I actually thought the surprise to me was that the match didn't go longer.
Yeah, I think
that was the surprise to me. You know, I know Brock Lesnar can go, but most of his matches usually consist of him getting the jump on people early, mauling them like a freaking tiger, and then throwing an F5 within the first few minutes. And that's exactly what he did here.
I mean, it's longer than a Goldberg match.
It's way longer than a Goldberg match.
I think Roman Reigns got injured. I'm not sure though.
That's probably part of the story because they kept saying he popped his shoulder out when Brock Lesnar did a Kimura hold on him, and
I mean, I think he's fine because I just saw him hold the titles both up at the end like normally.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, it's fine. He'll be on Raw come Monday, so I wouldn't even sweat it. I wouldn't even sweat it at all. But look, I think WrestleMania this year, I was underwhelmed the entire time, and I grew from being underwhelmed to whelmed to overwhelmed with how good this shit was.
It was actually pretty good.
I'm shocked. I was expecting to shit all over this, and no.
Next year.
Maybe next year. WrestleMania is going to be in LA at the SoFi Stadium.
Maybe we can get The Rock.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't like everybody else. I don't know shit. Okay? Anybody who keeps sitting there saying, well, this is what it is. This is what's going to happen. The Rock has been said that he's going to do this. I'm like, you don't fucking know. You don't fucking know. No one knows. I don't know. You don't know. Okay? There's nobody here that I know of that has a track record of being 100% right or even being 20% right about any of this shit.
But what I do know is that Veer is coming.
I swear, if he doesn't show up,
it's on Monday, so I guess tonight.
Yeah,
Veer's coming. He's coming. We've been waiting. He's here. Like, I know Cody Rhodes was cool, but Veer.
If Veer doesn't show up on Monday, they better not ever talk about Veer again. They better not say another word about Veer. I don't want to see anything. I want him to come out and say that he bided his time and now he's gonna fight. I don't know who.
I'm gonna fight Roman Reigns, and then he just wins tonight.
If he doesn't come out. If Veer does not come out tonight, I don't want to hear another fucking word about Veer from anybody.
That's what I need. I need Veer to come out tonight. He's like, all right, guys, I bided my time. I'm fighting Roman Reigns, and then he just beats him. That's it.
I don't think he's going to beat him, but WWE does not trust this ass clown. But, however, we'll see.
He's coming.
We'll see.
He's going to destroy everybody.
Yeah, well.
All the hype he's going to deliver.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call this an episode, boy. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Next week we get back to watching regular wrestling and movies. So
and more Veer.
If he's here, if he's there, I'll talk about him. I won't devote an entire episode to him, but I'll devote a full 1 minute to him. So. Hey, check us out on Google. Check us out. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, all the shit. Except for TikTok. I don't have that. Instagram, Twitter. Like, subscribe, the 5-star treatment, all that stuff. And check us out next time because the next one will be available
when it's ready.